Hi guys, so in this video I'm going to explain to you how you can create an e-commerce recommendation or an e-commerce widget or an applet on Outgrow without using any coding or without the help of any developers. All you need to do is select one of our templates and create it for your e-commerce store or your eShop or anything. So it's just basically like having a virtual shop assistant on your e-commerce store that actually helps your customers pick a particular product. It basically gives them any kind of recommendation. So before I begin with that I just want to give you a brief idea of what Outgrow is. So Outgrow enables marketers to create interactive content like calculators, quizzes, recommendations, forms, surveys, chatbots, polls, contests, and assessments. These high converting, personalized, and viral experiences add real value to the customer, enable new levels of engagement, and generate helpful data that you can use to qualify and segment leads. So you can check out the e-commerce templates on an e-commerce page here, for instance. And you can see they provide a lot of value that we have highlighted here. And here are some examples of some e-commerce templates that already exist on Outgrow that you can customize. So, kind of widget that allows you to see which sunglasses. So if this is on like a e-commerce website, it allows you to see which sunglasses that suit someone's face the best. So it asks them a couple of questions like, their face shape, their preferred color, and then what kind of style they have, and you can add as many questions as you want, and it basically depends on how much expertise you have in that subject about selling sunglasses or something. And then you can just have a link to your store. You can either have a read more option or you can have a buy now option that just links to your particular store on whatever website it's being hosted on, whether it's Shopify or Amazon or wherever you like. So that's the advantage of making an e-commerce recommendation on Outgrow, and I'm just going to show you how you can make one. So once you log into your Outgrow account, so this is my Outgrow dashboard. I've logged into it. I just need to go to e-commerce recommendation here, and once I click on that, I can either choose one of these layouts. There are two kinds of layouts available here, and if you want to preview these layouts, just click on this eye icon, and that will allow you to just get a brief glimpse of what the layout is about. And once you've previewed it, you can just click on use layout, and that will allow you to use the layout. But what you can also do is just click on select a template. The difference is these are pre-made. The templates are basically pre-made. Everything's done for you. All you have to do is basically add your products to the templates. Whereas the start from scratch layouts is something where you have to add every question, every tag, everything itself. So I'm going to select with a template that we've already made, and this one is called "Which Sunglasses Suit Your Face the Best." So I click on use template, and that will basically open the template in my builder. And the first screen it takes you to is the option for actually logging into one of your e-commerce accounts, which has to be hosted by one of these 6 services. Or you can also add products manually and link them to your external, any other platform that you're using with. But in this case, you have to add them manually, or you can obviously, add it through your Excel file. And in each case, you can always link it to your particular account on which your store has been hosted. So after that, once you've done that, or if you don't want to add your products first, if you want to make the questions first, you can do that as well. So you click on build. In that case, you can actually add the questions or edit these questions as you wish. So there's several things you can change. It's very intuitive. It's very easy to do. So for instance, if I want to change the background, just click on the background, because this is what your experience looks like. And if you click on the background, it will show you how you can change the background. This is the display settings. And in that, you can actually, currently we've put fancy sunglasses as the background. So you can just click on this, and then you can either upload something from your computer, or you can add a link from the internet, or you can just put any photo that previously exists on our selections here. So you can choose any of that, and that's how you upload the background. And then if you want to change the title, just click on the title, and automatically on your right hand side, the window where you can change the title will open up, and so you can just add the title here by typing it in, and so on and so forth. And this is the description. You can change, you can add bold, italics, underline, it's all up to you. And as you scroll down on this screen, you'll see the first question here, or you can just click on first question here and it'll take you to the first question. These are the questions listed in this window here. And anyway, then if you want to change the name of the question, the particular number of options, if you want to add more options, you click on add an option, and it'll add an option. If you want to subtract an option, just click on this delete button and that would subtract an option, and each option can carry its own image, so you make it very interactive and fun. You can add GIFs and videos here. So currently I've added a GIF, but I also have the option, like you see here, I can have the option of adding a video or just having simple text. And that's how you can customize this particular question. And you also have the option in all of these questions. So there's just one question that I've shown you, but these are all the questions. And in this particular question, for instance, I have a logic jump, which actually allows me, based on how someone answers a question, it allows me to jump to a particular question. So if someone's asking it, these are all the conditions. If the answer to the question is equal to, is not equal to, is filled, or is empty, to affordable, if they've clicked on the option called affordable, then I jump to a particular question about pricing. So I can skip a couple of questions if I know what the user is mostly interested in. So it becomes very much like a virtual shop assistant. It's really helpful to someone who has a particular set of priorities and a particular thing they're looking for. Then you can reduce the number of questions you're asking them and then give them a result that's still very personalized to them. So that's what you can do, and you can add as many questions as you like. And like I said, you personally would have expertise in the products that you are selling. So as compared to this template, which is also professionally designed, but the more knowledge you have about your field, the more creative you can get, the more types of questions you can add. As you can see, there are like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 kinds of questions that you can ask, including a ranking grid, for instance, where people can actually arrange their priorities based on what they like. So in this ranking grid, they can say, this is my first preference, this is my second preference, this is my third preference. So it's a lot of things that you can ask. You can also ask them to upload a picture of any product that they feel they want something like. So it's a file upload question where they can attach like a picture, or a video, or an Excel, or a doc, or a particular bill. If they want to return an item, that you can do that via this as well. So there's a lot of options. There's an option for a date and time picker where they can make an appointment if they want. Rating, opinion scale. I mean, these are all self-explanatory, text input and text area. But as you can see, the more creative you are and the more expertise you have in your particular field and selling a particular object, the more you can customize and everything. And just before your results, you can add a lead generation form, so that, I have a skip option here because I don't necessarily want the email, but in case you want to follow up with your users, or in case some users answer all the questions, it's very helpful marketing data, and even if they don't buy something, you can enter them into your marketing funnel, and then they get recycled all the time, and you can do some promotions based on whether they want promotions or not. So it's really up to you whether you want to add the lead generation here, or you can have it on the welcome screen, or you can just have it with the result as well. So if you don't want their email, or if you want their email based on whether they actually want to get in touch with you, you can also put it on the results page. But the point is, because you have the expertise in this subject, it's always nice, in my opinion, to have it before the results, because you are providing them some value in the results. So to give one's email for that value is not much of a price, but you can always have a little skip button here. So that's that. And I haven't added any products in this one, so it shows me a completely empty thing. But let me show you an experience in which I have added products. So in this case, you'd see in the recommendation section, there's a ton of products which are being shown based on how they have been filtered. So if I go to edit products, which in this case I've added a lot of products, so you can see all these products that I've manually added, and here's the option to add more products. Every time I click on this option, it asks me how I want to add them, whether I want to add them from my store, or you can just click on add manually, in which case you add an image, enter the name, description, SKU, something else, price, call to action link, and tags, which is most important. So in the tags, you can have, oh, the lenses are black. It's these kind of sunglasses are shaped for people who have an oval face or a square face, or any other kind of category. So as you can see, if I go back to edit products, I'll show you some examples of tags that I've added. As you can see, tags for this one are rectangle, red, fashionable. This one is rectangle, inconspicuous, blue. So you can add as many tags based on what kinds of questions you've asked. And when the products are being shown, and here's also a price range tag, but that's like automatically decided once you enter the price. So once people answer a set of questions, it automatically picks all the tags that have been mapped to those questions and then shows a result. And that's how you actually go about doing that. So for instance, if you click on map products to responses, this is in the outcome section. So these are these are the questions, and this is the lead generation form. This is the recommendation. Clicking on any one of these would take you to that particular screen. So welcome screen. If I click on welcome screen, it'll take you to the welcome screen. If I click on recommendations, it'll take you to the recommendations. Or you can just scroll up and down and you can see the whole experience and do that as well. So if you click on recommendations and then you click on map products to responses, okay, so if the question number 1 is my face shape is, and these are the all possible answers that we have added, the options we have added to that question. My face shape is round, square, oval, oblong, diamond, heart. Then you show the particular tags that contain sunglasses that fit this face shape. So round face shape people go best with rectangular, square, wrap and shield glasses. Square face shape people go best with aviators, butterfly and round glasses. And so in this way you can actually segment all the products based on people's face shapes, and this is really helpful. It's like a shop assistant who could actually tell you this, but now you have this on your website 24/7 without any effort. You can embed this on your website and it'll be really amazing to have it out there. So that's that. So that's the question number 1. And then question number 2, my preferred lens color is black, red, blue, yellow, pink. And based on that, you can say when tag contains black, then we show them all the products that are black, and red and pink, blue, yellow. So in the same way, so all the products that have a yellow lens would be shown in this case. And then I'm looking for something that is affordable, fashionable, crazy, and conspicuous. So you can add your own ways to add. It depends on what kind of tags you want to have. So you literally have the ability to add it in your own customizable way. So that's that. Once you've set those up, make sure you have all these share in social media and subscribe to social feeds option, and that would help you. That will help this experience go viral, or if someone finds a particular glass that they like, then they are more likely to share it with their friends, this entire experience, and that way you generate a very organic kind of virality. And so once that's done, it's key that you also check out that whether this experience is ideal for mobile. So currently you're seeing web view, but if you click on this, you can see also the mobile view, and you can see how it will look to a mobile user. And you can customize this further depending on whether most of your people are using this experience via a phone or whether they're using via, a desktop. And then when you go to the configure section here, so this is the edit product section where you can do all the products, and then the next section is the build section where you can build your experience itself, and then the configure section is where you set up all the automatic emails, and where you set up how you are tracking the data, etc. So you can change the URL of your, you can customize the URL here for your experience, the link that people click on. And then in addition to that, some of the most important things are the email notifications. So every time someone enters their email right before the results in the lead generation section, you can have a string of emails that go off, that they get saying, oh, this is the products you selected, these are your choices that we determined, and do you want to buy any of these? Up to you. So it's for someone who entered the email and didn't actually buy, or if someone who entered the email and bought and you want to follow up with something, in a month's time. So you can actually automate all of that. In this email, you can actually write anything you want. But in addition to that, what you can also do is add variables. So the way they answer particular questions, you can add all these variables, which will, when the email arrives to different users, different variables will show based on how they answered these questions and what results they got. All of these different data can be sent to them. So you can, in short, what I'm trying to say is you can create a very personalized email. So for instance, you can say hi, and then you can add the username, because you did collect the username in this e-commerce recommendation. We have collected the username in the name details, so I can actually say hi, full name, and this would actually send that particular name to them, to that particular user. So that's what you can do. And in addition to this, another important thing is the embed on web page section. And here you can see the number of ways in which you can embed this on your website. You can have a full page embed, you can have an in-page embed, you can have a pop-up, you can have a chat bot kind of embed, a greet bar, floating rectangle, side note, custom embed. So there's tons of options. And especially if you're an affiliate for an e-commerce brand, you can also have this on your website, and you can direct people from the outcome section to that particular brand's page, and then you can collect your commission. So it really depends how you think is the most creative way, or when or where in your website, or when or where in your email you want to show this experience, this e-commerce recommendation widget, and how you want to. So this is the option for launching an email. You can see that as well. So it's really up to you. And then finally, what I want to show you is integrations. Well, you can integrate with all of these tools, and it's a very simple process where if you just click on reconfigure, it'll just ask you to log in, etc., and then ask you which fields you want to pass on to your particular client. But this is for checking this out in more detail. Just check out our integration videos, because not everyone is using this, but if you are particularly interested in using integrations, then it's best you check out those videos. And then once you've set up all of this, then you just click on publish, and you just click on publish to selected domain, and that will publish your that will make it live. This one's already live, so I'm just going to show you what it looks like when it's live. Is like you paste the link, and then you see what it looks like in reality. And as people answer the questions, all of this data is being collected and can be fed into your marketing funnel, and it's being collected with consent. So when I go to my analytics section, so this is my experience, and then I go to analyze. So I've shown you edit products, build, configure, and I'm going to show you analyze. In the Analyze section, I can see how much data this experience has collected and over how much time. You can see all the number of people who started, the number of people who converted is the number of people who entered their email and bought something, what the conversion rate was, the number of engagement, the number of total visitors, what parts of the world people access this from based on, and it shows you based on, like, the colors show you what is greater, what is lesser. The devices they accessed it from, the traffic sources, like which websites were like referring people to my links. So if you have a bunch of affiliates, you can actually just track from here who's the one who's actually channeling the most traffic to you, and so on and so forth. And so you can also check what browsers people accessed it from. And once you know this data, you know why it's helpful. It's helpful because then you can design your next experience, your next recommendation based on this data. So oh, I need to optimize it more for desktop, less for mobile, lesser for tablets. I need to optimize it more for what is this for Google Chrome, and less for other browsers, and I need to optimize it for this and this traffic sources. So that's how you can actually get that use this data helpfully. And then there's even more data that you have that you can collect from user details, where you have everyone's email, name, location, engagements, the way they answer the questions, and you can see how they answer the questions. And you can also see you can also individually email all these people. So you can actually first, you can create a filter. So you add a filter based on name, how they answer a particular question, or you can all of these, and then you can save it as a segment. So first you create a filter based on how they answered something, and then you save it as a segment, and then you select all those people, and then you can individually mail those people. Once you do a mass selection, you can mail those people with a personalized email only targeted to people who answered in a certain way. So you can do that. You can also filter by date. You can also these are leads. These are all the people who actually entered their emails, but you can also filter by visits as well. So there's also the option to just filter by who visited when, etc., etc. And so all of this is possible, and it's really, and also, okay, of course, there's also the option to export all this data in an Excel format. If you want to send it to a particular department, like the accounts department or the sales department, you can just export it into an Excel. It'll go right to your email, and it's very machine readable and everything. So all of that's possible. So it really depends on your own creativity. This software is very powerful and very helpful, but the more creative you are and the more expertise you have in your field in selling a particular product is helpful for you to know how much you can do with the software. So that's about it. And the user funnels just give you a kind of visual representation of how this experience is progressing with people. But these are all additional details which, as you play around with the software, you can figure out yourself. But the essential ones I've told you. These 4 are your key things. And if you want to measure your performance, you can use the performance tab, but for that we have a separate video. It's not that important. The basic things you need to know is how to add your products, how to customize the experience, how to configure it, and how to analyze the data. And once you've done this, once you've designed an experience like this, I just want to express to you how professional it looks on your website and how much you are in competition with really professional and big brands out there. So do try it out, and if you have any questions, feel free to email us at questions@outgrow.co. Thank you.